remember this comment. You're like, I'm going to do these 10, and I'm going to do. I think you mentioned a plan to do a festival or some description for it, and then of course the video festival you delivered February 28th. It went down at Leichhardt Town Hall, and
Yes,
you got backing from the Inner West Council and Heaps Normal, which is the alcohol-free beer, if I'm not mistaken,
it is. Yeah.
like the most recognisable one in the country. So how did you just go from I'm just going to do this to then having like this very legit backing and getting the Leichhardt Town Hall hired out for your event? That's very impressive.
Thank you. I I really didn't know how I was going to do that at all. I had my friend Lily really look after me. I lent on my friend Lily Barker, who's got such good knowledge of the music industry and the live industry, and was kind of like, this is what I'm going to do. Where do I start? Like, do I collect the artists first and make the whole list and book everyone and then find a venue? Or should I try and convince a venue? And she's like, try and convince a venue. And I was like, okay. And so I contacted Inner West Council and was basically like, this is my idea. I'm happy to make it like not for profit. I will gladly not make a cent off this, but please tell me how I could do it because I cannot pay the higher fee. Like that's a lot of money. But I'm like, is there any way that you guys offer anything? Because I think this would be kind of fun and we'd be celebrating a lot of people all at once. So really no one's losing. And they were so keen on the idea. And I talked to them about their different town halls, and then we all agreed that Leichhardt Town Hall feels the most like an old movie cinema. And so they were super keen to let me use the space, and they were just so supportive. And then I realized I should have some type of food and drink. And Heaps Normal is so supportive of like community events that I just contacted them and I was like, look, Inner West Council's backing me. Surely you guys can too. It's like, it's going to be great. You're going to love it. And they were also so keen and were basically being like, that's such a fun idea. It was very Inner West based, I guess. All the videos were made in the Inner West or on Gadigal Land. And so the main focus was really that it's been made around us. And so we should celebrate by working with the communities and companies that are around us who are backing the creatives in the industry, I guess. Yeah.
That's awesome because we've done work with our council on the Central Coast, and they're music and arts and sort of creative side of council who are trying to put on events and try and promote similar things. They're all passionate, and I'm sure they'd love for an artist to come up with an idea like yours and be like, hey, I've got this idea, this is what I want to do. And I'm glad that the Inner West Council were also very open to the idea and that they've, helped you put on that event. Because as you said, there's a lot of different people. You had musicians there, but when we spoke last time, you said the idea was also to get videographers who were wanting to make music clips and have the artists and the videographers connect, and therefore you can sort of create both sides of the equation, if you will, into, making more like what you've done in the region too.
Yeah, it was a big bridge between everybody. And it was really nice. We split it up into 3 different hours. So we had a different one kind of, it was mainly like folkier singer-songwriter music at the start. And so all of those musicians obviously kind of knew each other, and it kind of forced the musicians to turn around and find who the director was of each video and kind of be like, I loved your video and I loved your video. And you started kind of watching everyone get up and take themselves across the room to celebrate different artists and directors. And then we had like an industry conversation with Jordan Bastian, who was the director of South by Southwest Film last year. She kindly gave her time up to do a Q&A at the event about the film industry and about submitting and applying and grants and getting your films into festivals so that people could ask questions straight to the people that are looking at the applications, basically. So that made people talk to each other as well. And then the last hour was a lot of like fun rock as well as like punk, and the videos were all pretty out there and pretty crazy, which obviously then sparks more conversation. So it was really nice seeing people from different genres and different creative fields all kind of turning to each other and trying to find the people who are up on the screen, like in the room. it was pretty cool. Yeah. So it successfully made people talk to each other, which was the goal.